Hey guys, how you doing? This is Kendrick, the sports guy with TFG Sports Media here on YouTube and on Facebook, Kendrick Sports Hustle page. Talking WNBA and the New York Liberty being assessed the largest fine in league history. For what? You will be surprised. But before we get to those details, click like and subscribe to TFG Sports Media here on YouTube. Flip over to Facebook, click that thumbs up button for Kendrick Sports Hustle page. We're 3 months deep into the year 2022 and I've reported on quite a few sports stories thus far, but this has to be the most ridiculous story that I've reported on and ran across thus far. The WNBA considered terminating the New York Liberty for violating the league's collective bargaining agreement after team owners Joe and Clara Wu Tsai chartered flights for its players. Again, chartered flights. Now, this is per a Sports Illustrated report. Now, the Tsais paid for charter flights both during a Labor Day weekend to Napa and the second half of the WNBA 2021 season. The league's current collective bargaining agreement bars teams from making such travel accommodations, deeming it an unfair competitive advantage. The team was ultimately fined $500,000, the largest fine in league history, though the WNBA's general counsel, Jamin Dershowitz, considered, of all things, stripping the teams of every draft pick you have ever seen, to suspending ownership and even grounds for termination of the franchise. Again, you heard that right. The general counsel was thinking about, because the owners have enough money to take care of their players, to charter flights for them for weekend trips and during the season. The general counsel was like, I'm thinking about just taking all the draft picks, terminating the ownership, and suspending all that for chartered flights. We already know that the women's sports league, especially on the professional level, there's a unbalance there. We know, between the men's professionals and the women's professionals. Obviously, there's a whole lot of things that goes into that. I'm not going to talk about that. But to tell me that you're talking about first of all, you fined the team $500,000 because they were treating they players like professionals. This has got to be the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. The WNBA should be ashamed of themselves for even fining the New York Liberty franchise and the owners. And the NBA should step in, because the NBA is kind of like the parent of the WNBA. So this is the most ridiculous story I ever heard. The women's sports already are playing behind the 8 ball. Then you got some general counsel threatening to cancel ownership of a team and fining them $500,000 because the owners want to take care of their own. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, I want to know what you guys think. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to ridiculous. It's just I'm at a loss for words. Leave a comment, subscribe. This has been your sports guy Kendrick with TFG Sports Report. So until next time, I'm out. Peace.